Hello and welcome. I'm Rahul, and you're watching me on my Facebook page, on my YouTube channel, Rahul Talks. And if you're watching me consistently, welcome back to my channel. I usually try to bring something important in front of you because whenever I talk, I always want to add values. For that, I have to talk something important. Many people nowadays are talking on their podcast, but it is important to identify which kind of talk and gossips are important for you. Now, if you want to build your communication skill, you have to listen to all the people who are talking in that very language, and whose skills are better. But many times, there are specialized people in that very field, and they can train you better. So you can also take help of them, but you have to be cautious. Online avenue, in online arena, many even good people are able to manipulate you, and for that you have to be ready, that you don't get manipulated. And for that, especially, I usually bring such kind of topics and talks which can give you a rational view and cognitive idea about discerning everything correctly. Because when you will have experience, I talk with my experience, and I want to bring everything with my experience, so that you can understand exactly what I'm talking about. Because if someone is not talking from their experience, what will happen? It will not impact your mind. You can discern it that they are talking something which is not, they have not gone through. And I talk only about that things, which I have gone through. And sometimes I bring academic values, science and technologies. So I have to read that also. I have to go into that, and there I bring something important in front of you so that you can understand exactly what I want to deliver, what I want to say. Many discoveries have happened nowadays, and that I want to bring you in front of you. I have brought it in my many videos. I have talked about AI, I have talked about brain chips that are being developed in BCI, brain computer interface. I have talked about how many lithium batteries and specialized batteries are coming. So these inventions I have talked about earlier in my videos. If you want to go through that, you can browse my videos. A lot of videos are there on my Facebook page. You can browse that, and you will find that every video is something that can give you certain insight, that can be better for you. That is why I usually emphasize that if you listen to me continuously, it will certainly benefit you. And what I want to deliver is that, you have to be cautious nowadays. Until unless you don't change your life, if you don't believe in yourself, you can't change. First of all, you have to create a belief system around. For that, you have to foster confidence. If you want a good life, better life, you have to have self-confidence. It is a key. And many people you're playing with your subconscious mind. They're creating doubts in your mind, so that you will have self-doubt all the time. In Indian societies, there are cunning people. When you will talk to them, they will strike you on your self-confidence. They have prescribed certain divide and rule kind of mentality in their mind. They have certain dogma in their ego that they describe people accordingly. That's why they play with your mind. If you will be better at something, they will play with your mind. So they want to discern everything about you, and after they understand exactly that you are apt for or better than them, they become angry inside. Their ego is not letting them be a human. So they don't want to be a human. They play with your mind. They play these tricks, and that is what I want to make you cautious. So where I was, yes, if you want to be abundant, you have to have self-confidence. How to grow that? Don't let others to deprive you. Don't let others to create self-doubt in your life. You have to be better. Yes, you have to hone your skills. You have to polish your skills. Until you don't polish your skills, you cannot be better. And for that, you have to have self-confidence. Then only you can do better. You may be someone who can have outstanding abilities, but you have to search certain opportunities as well. An opportunity will unfold in front of you. If you will make yourself competent, certainly opportunity will come in front of you. You have to recognize that very opportunity, you have to grab that very opportunity. And for that, there is another thing that I talk about in my every videos nowadays. I'm talking energy, vibrations. If you want to attract something positive, you have to vibrate positively, you have to have energy in your life. And for that, you have to become someone who can be synchronous with the universe. And one more thing I want to tell you, which is important: time will not be linear for you. After that synchronicity with the universe, time will not be linear for you. As in old paradigm, you were feeling that time was linear for you. It was continuously happening in the same way. But once you will figure out that you are in synchronicity with the universe, you are evolving yourself, you are protecting your energy, you are evolving with the cosmos, then you will feel that time is not linear for you. Everything will unfold in front of you. And many people will come, they will understand exactly what you are, where you are, what you are capable of. They will come to play with your mind, they will come to manipulate you. But you be someone who can let themselves do their own task, and it will certainly settle down beneath. If you will be calm down, if you will be at peaceful, if you will bring serenity, to your mind, if you will bring, tranquility to your mind, it will certainly calm down. Because if you will be in evolving state, someone who can foster energy in his life, and can make it better, everything will come in front of you. It will surface as if everything is popping in front of you. They want to interact with you, they want to bring themselves in front of you. Either they want to poke you, they want to create something bad with you. Many of people will come, experienced, maybe scientists or someone, they believe themselves, they will come to play with your mind, to manipulate you, so that you can talk about them, so that they can fulfill their own desire, whatever they want to do. So everything, you let it settle. You let it settle, because evolution is something that will impact everyone. Whenever you will enter any room, you will understand the energy of the room, and you will feel that. So if you want to be someone whose vibrations can impact billions of people, then you have to be also aware. You have to be someone who can let it settle beneath, and you can maintain your calmness, you can maintain your tranquility. So everything is connected. Evolutionary, that I told you, time is not linear here. In the fifth dimension, let's suppose that it is the fifth dimension, everything will evolve and will connect itself. One timeline to three spatial dimension. Can you imagine a space-time dimension where science has classified as, spatial time dimension? You are at a time in a space, at particular time in a space. You can be at the same place in different time also, but you cannot be differently, at the same time at the same place. So time is connected with the space time, that you have to understand, with the four dimensional space that I want to talk about. But in the fifth dimension, you can imagine that how it would be connected. If some aliens, maybe someone else have certain power to visit your timeline, to your timeline. They can visit you at any place in your timeline. They may be fifth dimensional. You can't perceive them. It may happen. You can't perceive them. But if they want to come into your life, they can make you feel. Because many other things that you can perceive only in your cognitive ability, only in your spatial dimension. When you will enter in your space dimension, in your time dimension, then only you can interact with it. Otherwise, many things you won't know. Even ant who crawls on a floor, he doesn't know about the three-dimensional being. How could the whales could be? He doesn't know anything about that. The same is with human mind. We don't know what could exist in higher dimension. But as per science, higher dimensions are very narrow. It is not bigger. But we have to understand exactly that whatever we have perceived until now, it is also limited. The universe that we see, there is an observable universe. There are universes beyond that. There could be multi-universe. Even scientists have hypotheses for that. So we don't know exactly where do we exist. I mean, we know exactly where do we exist, but in terms of it's a spatial dimension, we have not reached how far universe can be. And in terms of other dimension, we don't know how multidimensional universe would look like. Because our perception, our technological advancement has not enabled us until now. But we are on a quest, we are on a journey. Maybe in future we could devise that, we can find certain kind of inventions. But many things are surfacing online. That they are claiming that they are five-dimensional being. You know, you could be listening to them. Many voices that are coming, they're AI based voices, artificial intelligence based voices, and they are very clear. They are able to populate very good messages, but the content that they are providing, that is very deep enriched. You have to be aware, you have to also keep yourself aware of that they can manipulate you quite effectively as well. So that's why you have to be aware of that. But it is really high content, high standard content that I want to say. That is what I want to tell you, that this is the right time. If you want to interact, you can interact with chat GPT. You can make your communication skill better, you can make your thought process better. So it is important to dive in that kind of field. So interacting with technological advancement is important. It is an essential part. If you want to keep yourself abundant, it is also an essential part of your life, that you keep yourself abreast with the development of technologies. You keep yourself aware of all these technologies and try to involve yourself. If you involve yourself willingly, 50% of the problem is solved there. After that, you can attain 50% with your hard work, with your concentration, with your focus. You can learn that. But until you don't involve yourself there, how can you decipher all these things, all these technologies? It would be beneficial, and it will be multiplied. It will go exponentially. If you learn everything, if you know exactly how to run a mobile, suppose if you are able to talk to chat GPT, if you are able to solve your problems in your computer along, if you are able to do many a task, in your computer or on your mobile, you can do Excels and Words quite effectively, then you are competent for a job. But if you are able to talk to chat GPT, you are able to run prompts, better prompts, you can find better job. In multinational companies, you can get a lot of package that you won't even think of. So competence is important, you have to develop that. One thing I want to tell you, in 2024, right now I got a data that 3,000 students of IIT, they have not been placed, they have not gotten any job, they are unemployed. So this is the right time that you have to understand exactly that building inner competence and skills are really important. Why they are not getting placed? Maybe there could be job market problem. Job are not being created, but there is certain jobs in the market. Still, AI has not overtaken our jobs. Still, there is spatial delay, or you can say that there is still a time delay. We have still vacancies. To fill, but they are also imparting it to the cause of AI development. They are asking that because of AI, no such kind of job on broader level is available, and that is why students are not being hired. But you have to understand exactly that you have to build inner competence. Then only you'll be able to make yourself capable of taking a job. If our IITs are not able to place students, how can other institutions will be able to place their alumni? That you have to think. So all the institutions also have to evolve. They have to make themselves at par with the international community, with the international institutions that are providing such kind of jobs, or such kind of competence to other people. There's such kind of skills they have to impart. Unless they don't do that, maybe their students will not get placed. So these are the issues that we have to understand exactly. Because if we don't want to create jobs, if we don't want to bring innovation in our life, if we don't want to educate our people, education is important. If we don't want to give them job, how they can live better life? Everything is not, that you think that everything can be done with businesses, small businesses. 99% of the businesses are small in India. 99% is. And they are all self-employed. They are also working like, a labor, that you can see that. They are only making a living out of that. 99% of businesses that are existing in India. Don't think that we are a super developed country. Talk like where we stand. So it is important, jobs are even not bad. Jobs are good in comparison to that little small vendors that you want to be. Jobs are also not bad. It is really respectable. If you're earning 1 lakh rupees of salary, then how can it be bad with those people, 2 to 3 people they're employing, and they're employing themselves also, their family also. Even ladies are working 24 hours in their family. They're also not finding satisfaction in their life. How can you say that it is bad and that kind of self-business or self-empowerment is better? I don't believe in that. You have given your life 20 years of time in educating yourself. You have become a very good person. Education plays a role. 2 people, if they are fighting, one people will think then only he speak if he is educated. Second person who is not educated, he will be barking like a dog. Even educated people will turn himself left and he will go away. The fight will end there only because of the person who is educated, not because of the illiterate person. That you have to understand. So education plays a vital role in the development of country. Everybody has to be educated. We live in this century where we have access to knowledge. We can make it better. We have to think how to bring innovative things in our life, how to bring innovative jobs. Everything we have to create. And that is why it plays a vital role that we educate our people. And then we ask them that create, if you want to create, we have to ask them to create big businesses which can employ many people. But for that, government has to think how to facilitate them, not bringing a lot of laws. When you are in your 20s or 25, if you are 25 years old, you don't want to bring yourself in legal scrutiny, many types of scrutiny. You just want to grow. You just want to foster your business. So facilitate them, make such kind of environment which can create age of business, age of transactions, not rules and regulations. Rules and regulation tracking is beyond after that. Why other country facilitates no tax, tax haven? Why? Because they know that when businesses will grow, the country will grow along with that. And here in India, what is the thinking? Do you know? If you are saving a lot of money and not trying to pay tax because you want to grow your business, they will think you that you are a thief. You are doing your own business, but you are a thief. And other people who are illiterate, they will come that you are a thief of a nation. You are destroyer of a nation. They will tell. Because they are illiterate. They don't know about that. Government should facilitate these little children such kind of infrastructure where they can grow. Why tax havens are safe for those people? That we have to think. We cannot see them they are thief. They have certain implications that they want to bring in their businesses. That's why they are saving tax. Maybe it may happen, but we cannot see them they are wrong, because there is a law in your country which proves that they are not paying taxes. That's why they are betrayer. That your mindset should change. That means other tax havens should also impose and should confine them, should not let them do businesses. If why they are letting them do? Our country is still developing. That's why we impose tax. We are backward. That's why we impose tax. Our government is not able to get money from anywhere else. That's why we impose tax. That doesn't mean that people who are doing, they are committing a crime. No. We should be someone who can have understanding in a different way. You have to bring broader mindset. Then only you can understand how the businesses will grow. One person told me that they have confined more than 350,000 of businesses. They have brought lock to their businesses. I told them, you are bringing something chaos in your country, own country. Why don't you think that these people who are feeding their own families, 3 lakh people who could be feeding more than 5 to 10 people, 30 lakh people, 35 lakh people in your country, they're not able to get now two times of food that you brought yourself a lock onto their mouth, onto the in their life, you can find their life. Why don't you think differently? Why don't you think differently? Why don't you have such an, this comes with energy. When it will percolate, when it will penetrate their mind, they will have certainly different way to think, they will have certainly different way. You have to create energy, you have to create your vibration such kind that people's mindset should change, and they have to change themselves. And it will come if you will raise your vibration. It will certainly protect your own interest, that is why I request you that be an enlightened person. Thank you for listening to me. The video is getting longer. I will I will bring myself in front of you again and again, and I will try to bring a lot of knowledge to you. Thank you for listening to me.